Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to Fozzie Studios. You're probably thinking, why am I getting Foster on again? I'm not. Tom!
How are you, mate? You good?
How are we doing, mate?
Yeah, wicked.
He's the right-hand man of Fozzie, and today he is the guest on Game Week 4 Premier League predictions. Who do you support, mate?
Wolves.
Wow.
I'm a bit of a closet Wolves fan, really, because over the years, being so close with Fozzie, you go and watch him a lot, right? So, Watford, Blues, West Brom.
Let's get straight into the first match. Of course, we're getting Thogdad, who's currently in New York.
Hello, this is Thogdad in New York. What a crazy season we're having. Liverpool haven't won a game. I'm bottom of the predictions league.
We're going to talk about the points that are on the screen now, and then we're going to get... How many likes? You want to set the like target today?
I'm going to say 15,000 likes.
If we get 15,000 likes, then what are you going to do?
What do you want me to do?
I honestly don't know. We'll get you to Wolves game, because right now that's a bit of a chore.
I'll come to Bolton with you.
I love that, Tom. Oh, he's leaving me hanging. Oh, no.
Horrible.
Oh, no. Southampton versus Manchester United. They're going down to the south coast. How do you think United will do? The form has changed for them after their big win over Liverpool.
I don't think it's like a full corner turn.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the end of their problems. I still think there's bigger problems.
Yeah.
But I think there has been a slight change. I think they've got a bit of momentum. They're fired up, signing players. It's looking good. I think they're going to have too much for Southampton. I'm going to go 3-1 Man United.
Wow, okay.
Che Adams is flying. Talk of him going up to Everton, I don't know. Southampton are looking a bit stinky.
They started slow, but they got a big 2-1 away at Leicester.
They did.
To Leicester and pick up 3 points is a big result. Che Adams, what a player. Brace scored. I think Hazenhutl's got something special going. A lot of young players brought in. That centre-back, Kotchap, watch out for him this season. Seriously, baller. I'm going to go Southampton 1, Man United 2. I think United will nick it at the end. Form is changing for them. I'm really excited by Sancho and Rashford, especially Marcus Rashford. Is he an FPL shout, Fozzie?
Possibly, yeah. He doesn't cost a lot of money. I like your shouts. I still think Man United score early, Southampton to equalise because they love doing that.
Wait, a draw?
A draw. Wonderful draw.
Okay,
right, let's go to New York.
Southampton against Man United, 11th against 14th. These are two teams who won last week. Che Adams, what a hero he was for Southampton. But Man United, rumours of their death have been greatly exaggerated. What an incredible win against Liverpool. They've won once. I reckon they'll win again. Southampton 1, Man United 2.
Second matchup, Brentford against Everton. Really difficult one to call. Most head-to-head fixtures with Brentford have included over 2.5 goals. They had a 5-goal thriller facing Fulham. Wow, that was a cracker, wasn't it? 3-2. They lost.
Absolutely, mate. But Brentford are a solid team, and I
They
kind of have them as they're one of these teams where I see them as they're maybe a few years behind Brighton. They are establishing themselves. Ivan Toney's got to be in the mixer for the England squad.
I think he deserves it as a little backup for Harry Kane. He scores goals for fun when he wants to.
Who else is better at the moment?
Yeah, but it's mad how you can go from 4-0 United to losing to Fulham 3-2. But that is the magic of the Premier League this season. And when they're up against Everton, a team who just drew to Forest at home, 1-1. And by the way, they were losing for most of that game. Last year they were in a relegation battle. Surely it's going to happen again.
Yeah, I actually think Lamps is going to be the first to go. I don't think they've got quite their identity. The playing style for me isn't nailed down. I think Brentford are going to be too organised. I'm going to go 2-0. I think Ivan Toney is on fire. He's going to score a couple more. And the pressure is going to be on Lamps big time.
I feel like Lampard's business hasn't been complete over this transfer window. There's talk over Neil Maupay. That hasn't been done. DCL's injured. Quite a long injury list for the Toffees. Horrible form. They obviously want to do better as a club. They are a big club, incredible fan base. In fact, I would say their fans kept them up last season. I'd go as far to say that. I'm going to bring it over to Fozzie. You've played against Gordon, haven't you?
Gordon's a player. 60 mil is an awful lot of money. It's basically based on potential. That's all it's based on. So it's always a risk. I can see nothing but a Brentford win here, though.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm going to go Brentford 2, Everton 1. A tight game, but a long trip back for Everton to go away with 0 points. Let's go over to Thogdad, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Brentford will be gutted to lose out to Fulham last week, and Everton finally got a point. It was a late goal from Damari Gray against Forest, but I reckon it's home advantage here. Brentford 2-1.
Down to the south coast again for Brighton against Leeds. This is third against fifth. Third being Leeds. Both on 7 points, but it comes down to goal difference. So it's fair to say This is a Champions League battle. It's the Premier League high flyers playing out.
Steady. I like the way that Jesse March got Leeds playing. Really impressive against Chelsea. Full of energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely full of energy. But I think they're there to be popped off by Brighton. I think Brighton are too organised, and I think they'll pull them apart.
Tom, don't get ahead of yourself. That Brighton team are much better away from home than they are at home.
I think they'll have too much. I think Potter's got them playing really well.
I love Pascal Gross. He's in my FPL team. That lovely assist that he linked on to Trossard to score the second goal against West Ham. What are you going for? What's your prediction?
I'm going clean sheet, Brighton 1-0.
I was tempted to go for a Leeds 2-1 win here. The way Jesse Marsh has got them playing 3-0 over Chelsea last week was ridiculous. The press is so strong, but I think Brighton will score. I'm going to go 1-1, but this game could go either way. It's who turns up on the day. I'm excited for it.
I actually called Leeds win last week against Chelsea. I'm going to stick with that this week. I think Leeds... Brighton are a good team, for sure. Whoever actually wins this game, the start of the season is incredible. What a start for both teams. Whoever wins it, though, absolutely flying. I'm going to go for a Leeds 2-1 win.
That's a big prediction because Leeds have never beaten Brighton in the Premier League.
Cheers, Jeff. 5th against 3rd. That makes it one of the biggest games of the week. Now, both teams are in European places. Both are unbeaten. And Brighton have only conceded 1 goal this season. I tell you what, I keep changing my mind on this prediction. I'm just going to go a 1-1 draw.
Let's head over to the bridge for Chelsea against Leicester City. Difficult one to call. Both teams haven't had the perfect set of form how they've started the season. Tommy T was looking very good against Tottenham, the way he set them out, playing beautiful football. Cucurella, Koulibaly gained contributions. But Tottenham climbed back, didn't they? And then, most recently, they lost to Leeds. What happened there?
Leeds overrun them.
They
Completely overrun them. I think it's going to be a bit of a different story this week. Leicester, it doesn't look like a happy camp at the moment. Rodgers last week, he sounded downtrodden. Looks like they're going to lose more players. Not a lot incoming at the moment. I don't think he's going to be far behind Frank Lampard, to be quite honest with you. All good teams bounce back, right?
Yeah,
and
of course.
They're not going to be in contention for the title, but they are a good team.
Yeah.
I think they're playing Leicester at a good time. They're back at the bridge.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win 3-0.
3-0?
I think it's going to be a cakewalk for them, yeah.
And Raheem Sterling's involved in those contributions?
Definitely. I think he's going to bag at least one.
You know, the last time he played Leicester, he scored on either side of half-time. So
I didn't know that, but I do
now
now.
you do. And I'm going for 3-1 to Chelsea. This is the game where people stop worrying about Chelsea, but Leicester have a real problem. The Wesley Fofana situation, I reckon they're going to tie him to the post or something.
But this is what
make
I'm
him
saying.
Stay at Chelsea.
Ogden, I don't like the noise coming. There's too much coming from out the club, and it doesn't seem like a happy camp.
Bozzy, what are you feeling? Something different?
Chelsea 2-0 win. Simple.
Both these teams lost last week. Chelsea just could not handle the crowd at Elland Road. And Leicester City, they've got the most porous defence in the league. I think this is going to be a home win, but it's going to be a really good game. Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1.
Over to the northwest at Anfield for Liverpool versus Bournemouth. A really rocky beginning. 16th place, 2 points in the Premier League. The worst possible start they could really have. I mean, I couldn't see them losing all the games, but surely this is a must-win.
It is a must-win, but we talked about good teams bouncing back.
Yeah.
This is a great Liverpool team, and I think they're going to roar back. Desperately trying to find a way to get Mo Salah back in my FPL team.
You've got to,
because I think I'm going to put this out there. I think he's going to score a hat-trick. I think Liverpool are going to absolutely batter Bournemouth.
Yes, right now there's a 5-point gap, but actually we're only 3 weeks gone. We're into the 4th week. If they go on a run now, it's big. And when Darwin Núñez gets back in that team, it's going to be very consistent. Luis Diaz and Mo Salah could show the Prem what they're really after.
How many more drop points already before they're out of contention? Because people are already saying they're out of contention. I don't buy it.
After game week 10, we got Qatar, and then the players are tired. They come back from that. There's going to be loads of howler results. This Premier League title race is up for anyone that just creates a great run in the second half of the season. From this game on, Liverpool 3-0, comfortable. I think Salah will score 2, Luis Diaz with 1. I want to see Andy Robertson a lot more involved. He's had a very bad start to the Premier League.
I'm going 5-0.
Oh!
Salah hat-trick. I hate to say it because I like Bournemouth. They're a good club. I like Scotty Parker, but they're going to batter him.
I'm with Tom all day long. Frank spent all morning, big Bournemouth fan, trying to convince us this is Bournemouth's best ever chance of beating Liverpool at Anfield. Not having it. One little bit, Frank. Sorry, mate. I'm with Tom. 5-0 Liverpool. Comprehensive victory.
16th against 15th. That makes this a relegation tussle involving Liverpool. Now, they were poor last week against United. They're really missing Sadio Mane. But surely, Bournemouth at home, you're winning this. I'm going 3-0.
Time for the Etihad. Manchester City, high-flying, playing Crystal Palace at home. I mean, surely this is another walkover for them.
Not for me.
What?
Not for me. Historically, City haven't always had it their own way against Palace. I think that front three, Elise, Eze and Zaha, are a massive handful, and I think they're designed to give City problems. And I think Palace are going to nick it. I honestly do. I think there's an upset on the cards.
I have gone for a City 3-1
You said
win.
it was an easy one.
I did say it was an easy one, but you're convincing me. City are smashing it. Haaland up top.
I think Tom's talking a lot of sense today. I find myself agreeing with Tom, which never normally happens.
Never
but
happens.
Never happens. But Palace, historically, especially in the last 4 or 5 years, find themselves in very good positions against some of the big teams. They never just roll over and die and get pumped 5, 6, 7-0.
Yeah.
They're always in games, especially against Man City. A mid-season friendly away in Spain against Barcelona. I just don't get it. I don't get the logic of it. You don't need to play games. Everybody's fit as a fiddle. I think they're taking it out of their legs. Palace, 1-1 draw.
I'm not going to lie, lads, you might be onto something.
2-1 Palace.
Oh, my goodness me.
Go for it.
Big prediction. You might be getting clipped up here. Let's go over to Thogdan.
Crystal Palace, I'll tell you what, they beat Aston Villa and they were seriously impressive. I can see Palace in Europe in the next 3 years, but going to Manchester City is tough. I think this will be a 2-0 win to Man City.
Over to the Emirates, to the purple patch, Arsenal. Well, I don't know if that's being rude. They're playing Fulham. They're on the form of their life. Gabriel Jesus looks the best number 9 in the Premier League. Everything is going up Millhouse. Will they take another 3 points short?
I think they will, and these are the kind of tester games for them where historically they'll just, for no reason, collapse and lose a game. We've seen progression every year under Arteta. I think everyone's finally seeing that kind of master plan starting to come together. Jesus, yeah, mate, he's looking the absolute real deal. Zinchenko for me.
Before you go on for Zinchenko, he has the 82% PL match win rate, which is the highest percentage for any player with over 50 games.
Do you know what it is? He just takes up positions that are hard.
Yeah.
So obviously, when he's not fullback, he'll push up into the midfield and he will just dictate play.
I'm going to go 3-0. It continues on. Martinelli with 1, Jesus with 2. I know it's boring, but they're both so good. What are you going for?
I'm going to go 2-0, nice and clinical from Arsenal, and I think they're just going to do the business.
Let's give credit to Fulham though. Great 3-2 win over Brentford. Andreas Pereira, what a baller. He's on set pieces. He's a United player. You know who else was a United player? Fozzie.
I like that. You did well there. I think if it was at Fulham, I would genuinely think this could be a very difficult game for Arsenal. But it's not. It's at the Emirates. It's at Arsenal. Arsenal have got a head of steam at the minute. It's going to be comfy for them. 3-0. I'm going to go with you, Thogden. 3-0.
This is a London derby between two teams who are having great seasons. Arsenal absolutely rampant. They've got the only 100% record left. They're scoring 3 goals every game, but they're up against that man, Mitrovic. Can he strike and cause an upset? I don't think he can. I think this is going to be Arsenal 2, Fulham 0.
Over to the Midlands for Aston Villa versus West Ham. Bottom of the league for the Hammers. Nothing is going right. They couldn't even beat Forest. Last week lost to Brighton at home. Awful, right?
This one doesn't jump off the page, let's be honest.
No, it doesn't.
I
Not on the
think
form.
it's kind of got scoreboard draw written all over it.
But this is the thing, they got a big win in Europe. It helps their confidence. Moisey said it was a really good atmosphere, which a lot of people didn't expect from a match like that, which is great for them. It brings confidence into the players after a tough Prem run. They can go into the weekend with excitement because they're playing Villa. They're for the taking. Diego Carlos long-term injury. I must admit, I know what you're doing in the comments. Yeah, they beat you 4-1 on midweek. Yeah, I was there. The Carabao Cup, they played their full 11. We're in League One. It's not a comparison. And actually, we held Villa out for 60 minutes. We both gone for draws, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm going 1-1.
Yeah, we both said 1-0. Fozzie, you're going something different, surely?
It's going to be a nervy one, this. Two teams got some poor starts to the season. West Ham bottom. Nobody would have predicted that whatsoever. I do think they bounce back in this one, though. I think the pressure is going to be on for both teams. I think West Ham have got more senior, more experienced players to get them over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win.
So West Ham United have not scored a single goal all season. I don't think this will be a classic, but I reckon Villa will win 2-1, which means that West Ham score, but probably won't be happy with that.
Not far from Villa, Black Country, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Bad run. You're a Wolves fan, so let's dig into this. You're playing Newcastle at home. How are you going to do? Not easy.
It's been a difficult one for Wolves. We desperately need to stand forward.
You do. No Raul Jimenez. What happened there? Injury very late on into pre-season.
Yeah, Raul Jimenez, injury late in pre-season. He's not been the same player since that head injury.
Lots of money from selling Morgan Gibbs-White, as we know. Lots of discussion over that 40 million, whatever. But I think it was like 26 plus add-ons, so I don't think it was as bad as what people say. I think what Wolves need right now is a goal scorer, like you said. Newcastle are smashing it, aren't they? They look so good.
Yeah, Newcastle are really good, and I kind of do fancy Wolves to kickstart the season. The thing that bothers me with Wolves is is Connor Cody leaving.
What happened there?
I just don't really understand it. We talked about it the other day offline. I think with Connor Cody, I know they've gone to a 4 at the back and people saying he doesn't fit into the system. I understand it, but I just think to have as a squad player, and he will play, you're not going to play with the same 2 centre-halves all season.
Yeah.
I just don't get it because he's such a character.
Yeah, you made some big Portuguese signings like Gonçalo Guedes, yet to see if he'll smash it. I think this is a 2-0 away win, and they weren't too convincing last time away from home, that 0-0 over Brighton, but that 3 goals against City, if you can do that, you're proving a lot to me. So I'm going 2-1 Newcastle. I'm sorry, mate.
No, that's fine, and I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to say we're going to nick it.
Yeah.
We're going to nick it 1-0, and I'm not just saying that because of the bias. I think we need to fire up the season.
I'm expecting a sneaky little home win. Wolves fans think that I absolutely hate them. I don't at all, all right?
Yes, you do. You're a liar.
I don't. I just think Newcastle's away form is something that I'm a little bit sceptical about. I think Wolves need a big old kick start to the season. Wolves is a difficult place to go. Molineux, when they get it going, it can rock, honestly.
Proper.
And I just think Newcastle will turn up there expecting to win, won't put in the hard yards. Wolves will sneak a 2-1 win.
Big call, mate. I think with the Isaac news, they'll be pumped up.
Do you know somebody who I think might have a good opinion on this?
Who?
Thogden.
It's 18th against 6th, and what has happened to Wolverhampton Wanderers? They've only scored 1 goal this season in 4.5 hours of football. They don't concede much, but my goodness, you've got to find the net sometime. Newcastle, 3 goals against City. That'll be great for their confidence. I reckon this has got away win written all over it. Wolves 0, Newcastle 1.
10th place, Nottingham Forest, facing 4th in the league, Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be a cracking atmosphere. There's going to be goals in this one, I feel. Where do we start? Nottingham Forest, good start. When they play at home, incredible.
Yeah, really good start.
Yeah.
The City ground is
Special.
It's a real special place. A lot of noise comes out of it. They've made a huge amount of signings, and they're still going at the moment. I just wonder when the kind of initial bounce and fanfare wears off. Have they got enough? I don't know. And I think they're coming up against a Spurs team that aren't Spursy anymore. There's part of me that I don't know whether I want to say it, but I will say it. I think they could be pushing Spurs this season. I think that Conte has brought a robustness and a resilience to Spurs
The title?
that we've never seen.
Premier League title, Tottenham Hotspur.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're pushing at Christmas.
And to have that option of Richarlison off the bench, we're not
Exactly.
even seeing him like the levels of Everton yet. But when he comes into play, mate, it's different gravy.
They've got depth.
But let's not disrespect Forest. They've got very good home form. Steve Cooper's made more signings than anybody else in the world, it seems.
Yeah.
Taiwo Awoniyi scored the first goal against West Ham at home. And I think Neco Williams, the wing-back, is having a breakthrough season. He's in my FPL team. I might even start him because I think he'll get an assist in this game. I think he'll drop a masterclass.
Will Liverpool have a buyback, do you reckon?
Ooh, I don't think they'll buy him back. Trent has got his spot until he retires.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 Spurs win.
Boring.
I think...
It's not going to happen.
No, I think it will.
I can't picture us going to Forest and just seeing Tottenham win like that.
Forest going to shock everybody. I'm going to go for a sneaky 1-0 win.
Ooh.
Tottenham going to get frustrated all game long. Dean Henderson going to be making save after save.
Edge.
Clean sheet bonus. Massive points for him. Forest, huge win is going to be 1-0.
Now, first of all, Forest, what a really good start you've made to this season. You're looking tight at the back, and I might have been wrong about instant relegation, but you're playing Tottenham Hotspur, who look magnificent on their day. Harry Kane was the difference last week. I think he will be again. Forest 0, Spurs 2.
Thank you, Thogdad from New York. Pleasure. And we're in Fozzie's offices. We're all over the gap. Right, get in here, mate. Come on, the Bind Show. We love this. Lads, it's been a pleasure once again. 2 weeks on the trot, being with you guys, getting you on predictions. Go subscribe to the channel. We did a Fozzcast on their page. And that's it from me. Doddle, mate. Doddle. Simple as.
Enjoyed that,
Tom,
mate. Thank you so much.
I'll let you know about the points after this. I'm getting out of here.